Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to LilyLuLou if you're one of my lovely returning subscribers. And if you're new here, a very warm welcome to you. My name's Karen and I'm the Junk Journal Geek. So I'm doing a video today in support of Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah. I'm not going to go into why I'm doing this or whatever. She has all her news on her own channel. I'm using one of her kits and I will link that below, and obviously you can go on over to Tina's channel and get an update to what's going on over there. So I'm not going to go into that, as I say, but this kit is absolutely beautiful and I've wanted to do something with it for years and years, and that truly isn't an exaggeration. I'm not sure when Tina did make this kit, but I've had it on my to-do list forever because it's this beautiful duck egg blue, which is my favorite color, and there's no reason why I haven't used it. I just have never got round to it. There's always, I've got my list of journals that I want to make and something always crops up as I am doing something that overtakes what's next on my list. So anyway, I've decided that I'm going to make this now because why not? No time like the present. Now, as I said, it's beautiful duck egg blue and it's all clocks and things, hence it's called Tick Tock. So I just quickly show you the pages. These are all the journal pages. I believe there are 16 pages in this part of the kit. And then there's an ephemera part, which is available separately. So I've got both parts here. And this isn't a sponsored video or anything like this. It's not a design team project. I'm not on Tina's design team. This is purely, I love this kit, so I'm going to use it. Now, I will say, while I'm just showing you these pages, that today's video is more than likely going to be very faffy because I don't exactly know what I'm doing. And I've kept trying to plan it and I can't work it out in my head. So I thought the best way to do it is to just do it. So there could be lots of pauses. There could be lots of umming and ahhing while I figure out exactly what I want to do. So if you're the sort of person that gets annoyed by people faffing, this probably isn't the video for you today or any day, let's be honest. Right, so they were all the pages, and then this is the ephemera. So as you can see, it is absolutely beautiful. And what I want to do is I want to make a sort of a folio from envelopes, which I know lots of people have done before, but most people tend to use new envelopes, or from what I've seen, they do. So I thought, you know how much I love using my junk mail envelopes. I'm going to try and do something with these, and I need a slurp of tea. Just bear with me. Right, I can put that out the way now because I finished with that. So I've got here 6 envelopes in different sizes, and I've gone through, this one is one, that's sent in a junk mail as a reply paid envelope. So that is a nice new one. These, I've trimmed the edges. I'm awful. I never remember to open my envelopes carefully, so they're always really raggedy. So I've just trimmed the edges to take the worst of the raggedy bits on these. This one wasn't too bad, so I haven't bothered. This one I have, and this one I have. But this one is beyond all hope. If I try and trim these torn bits off, I'm going to lose part of the window. It's a lovely shaped window, unusual for England. We don't normally have envelopes with windows like this. So this one, I'm hoping I can just repair it as I cover it, and I'm hoping that that will be okay. So what I'm wondering is how I'm going to put these envelopes together, because obviously normally you use the flaps of the envelopes to tuck in and join and do all that, and I don't have those bits. So I'm wondering whether to use masking tape to sort of put them in place and then cover them, or whether to cover them and use the paper that I'm covering with as a sort of, to join them. So for example, with the two, oh, so I didn't show you what I had in mind, did I? getting carried away. And I hope you're all well and happy and enjoying the lovely weather that we've been having. I think that was going to go that way. So what I had in mind was these two would be like the cover. So because this one's got a window, I thought that could be the cover, and it could open like that, and then that would be the back. So these would obviously need joining together. And then I thought, I can't remember which way around I had these now. If I had this one on this side, this would open there. No, it wasn't that side, was it? I was thinking, because I thought this one I could tuck in, because I thought if I cover this envelope to mend it, I could perhaps tuck that in. Although probably what would be better would be to mend it and then have that on there, maybe like that, with that opening. But I don't really want them opening the same way, so there we go. That's what I was doing. I was going to have that one opening that way and that one opening that way. That's what I was doing there. And then on this side, this one's still a bit, well, I have cut it down, but it's still a bit wide. So I have to cut, because obviously I can't really have anything sticking out. Although, what I'm thinking is perhaps I could have that one as a flip up, so it would be different to the other side. And then maybe I could have this one on the front. I'm just trying to decide if it's going to matter, if it's too wide, if it's on the front, because obviously it will matter on the inside because it won't close properly and the edge will get damaged. But if it's on the front, will it matter? If I had it opening that way and then have the whole thing opening that way and then this one flipping up. This is what I'm wondering. So, and if that's flipping up, shall I keep my pocket there? That's going to be a bit close to, well, I could turn it around that way. It could flip up there. That could be a pocket, or I could close that and the pocket could be at the bottom to put things in. Is that the same height as that? I think I'm going to have a little bit off of there anyway, so maybe I would have the bottom open and it could flip up. I like the idea of the different size, but I feel like it might get damaged if it's overhanging. So I think this is going to need to be cut down a bit more. So I think I'll have to take a little bit of width off of that. And then what I'm thinking is, if I covered this and left, you know, an extra piece, that could be my attachment onto the next envelope so that it would flip, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm planning to do. I'm not quite sure how I'm planning to do it. So the first thing I want to do is to find something to put behind the windows. So they're going to go with that side. And that's that side. So let's find something, first of all, to put behind the window so that we've got something nice peeking behind the window. So I'm just flipping through here again to see what's what. So how are you all? I hope you are all well and happy. I can't remember if I've already asked you that or not. It's been absolute bedlam in my house. I did lots of videos, if you are a returning visitor, you will know I did lots of videos because we were hoping to go away. We didn't actually go away in the end for various reasons. And the reason we were going away at that point was because my husband was due back at work. He's been off for 4 months recovering from an operation. I think these ephemera bits might be nice for inside the windows. So he went back to work, so I was planning to, you know, get back to normal, get back to videoing and what have you. And then literally the day, I can't remember if it was the day my husband went back to work or the day after, my little daughter ended up in hospital with suspected appendicitis. And so I was in the hospital with her for 3 days. They sent us home every night, but we had to go back again each day. And in the end, they decided it wasn't appendicitis, it was an ovarian cyst. But she has been and still is in a lot of pain. They think the cyst has burst. The scans were inconclusive. So I haven't been home, basically, you know, just been coming home to sleep and then going back to hospital for more scans and tests and what have you. So apologies for the lack of videos, but that is what has been going on in my world. And I've also been extremely busy in my day job in between. You know, luckily I can work from anywhere as long as I've got my phone and I can get online. Our company that I'm partnered with has a fixed rate available for gas and electricity at the moment, which is the cheapest in the UK, and nobody else is offering a fixed rate, or very few people. So obviously there's been a lot of demand for that, so I've been very busy dealing with that, which is lovely because it's just earned me another promotion, so that's nice. I'm going to try and cut that. But it's, you know, encroached on my crafting time, so I haven't done any crafting at all for about 2.5 weeks. And then, as I say, I watched Tina's video last week and decided I wanted to do something to support her. So off I went and bought this kit that's been in my basket for years. And then it's sat on my desk ever since because I haven't been here to do anything with it. So I'm cracking on with it today, and I hope you all like it and enjoy what I'm doing. And I hope you all pop over to Tina's Etsy shop and buy a little something to help. So I'm just wondering, the reason I'm umming and ahhing here is because I don't know whether to stick that on there so that you can still put something in and see it, or whether to stick it to the window so that you don't see whatever's behind, you know, whatever you're popping in and out. And if I do one way and one the other, that will make a bit of added interest, won't it? This one I feel needs to be, this envelope that's where the window is torn when we've opened it, I feel I should stick something to the window in that one to give it a little bit of extra support. So in this one, I think I will stick this piece to the back, so then whatever we pop in there, we'll be able to see. So, but before I do that, do I want to put something in here so that you don't see the envelope when it's empty? These are such beautiful papers. It's really stupid, but I feel like I don't want to use them because they're so lovely. That's quite nice. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one am I going to use? Well, that's quite nice as a background, isn't it? So, is it long enough? Not quite, but if we pop that other bit in, we should be okay. So clip that there. I'm going to stick this in actually, oh no you can't, it's right. I'm going to tear that about there. Ruler width, that'd be all right. Yeah. If I take this piece off, then I can use that at the top, that bit that is just not quite covering. Yes, it's been very hectic in my world for the last couple of weeks. And then once I've done this morning, got to go and babysit for my eldest daughter. So my middle daughter is still not work. She's been signed off work now for 4 weeks. For those of you who haven't been here before, my middle daughter is a singer on a ship, and she was due to be back on board yesterday. She works for 2 weeks and then she's home for 2 weeks and then she works for 2 weeks. That's how it goes. And obviously she has been signed off for 4 weeks, so she is upstairs in bed at the moment. She's still very poorly. She's still in lots of pain. What am I doing? I'm going too far. I'm not thinking about what I'm doing. I'm sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm sliding this piece of paper in where I want it inside the envelope. And it's stuck to my fingers. I can't get it off. Go on, go in. Go in, go in. Now, if I don't get it completely straight, I'll just have to trim that edge again afterwards. It's still not quite where I want it. That doesn't matter. Where's my scrapey tool? Card. I can't find it. Oh dear. Put the lid on the glue, Karen. So this is the second time I've started this video today. I started recording and I got about 3 minutes in and Max decided he was going to start barking. So I stopped recording, finished my cup of tea while I was waiting for him to be quiet, and then switched the camera back on and thought I may as well just start again because I hadn't really done anything very much at that point. So I know this looks faffy, but I am strengthening this because these are just tatty old envelopes. I'm strengthening everything and I want to cover the inside so that when we're slipping things in and out, it still looks okay. You know, you're not seeing any of the envelope, and I know there's a join there, but that's going to be hidden when I stick this piece in. So it's probably going to be making it bulkier than it needs to be, but hey ho. That's what I'm doing. So let's try and get this piece in now where we want it so that you can see that through the window. And I thought afterwards I should have just used a big piece to do the whole thing, but I didn't. So this is going to go there. So we have achieved the first part. So now what I want to do is, I think I will pop something in this other envelope and stick it to this window before I forget that that's what I was going to do. Excuse me. I'm going to have real trouble here because this envelope is very torn. Let's see what that looks like. That would be quite nice in there. I'll have to repair that bit afterwards. Now the acetate window is torn here, that's also damaged. So when I put something on the front here, I'm going to make sure to come over the edge of the window a little bit to protect all that. So, but it's all wrinkly and I like that because it's, you know, it makes it look old and tatty and vintagey. So I'm going to pop that bit in there. So I'm literally going to, what am I going to do? I will need another piece at the bottom of this. And again, because this envelope is quite fragile, because it is so damaged where we've opened it, I'm going to cover the whole of the back of the inside to give it a little bit more strength. In case you're wondering why I'm being a bit wasteful. There is a method in my madness. So I'm going to flip that up there out of the way, she says. Move that piece out of the way there. And already I've done it wrong because I've put the glue on the back and I wanted to stick it to the front piece to protect the window. So we'll leave that there for another piece to use somewhere else, and we'll find something else and we'll try to remember what we're doing as we're doing it, Karen. I did tell you it was going to be faffy, didn't I? Honestly, I do wonder about myself sometimes. Right, let's have a look at this piece. How's this looking? No, don't like that. Some of these pages are sort of obvious pages, you know. Oh, how about this? Because it looks like a letter. It will look like a letter in the envelope. Not sure how much of it you'll see, but that's quite nice, isn't it? Obviously enough of it to make sense. Was this the other piece I just grabbed? I liked that idea that, you know, it looked like a letter in the envelope, but the there's not really enough of the letter bit showing, just the way it's laid out. I might pop that piece on. So I think what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to trim the bottom off to actually open this up. Because I want to actually glue this piece of paper. So I'm literally just taking a sliver off of the edge, and I'll have to pop all of these pieces through my guillotine afterwards. I expect to straighten them up because, you know, I'm not the best. I'm not even cutting it. Not even cutting it. Maybe I should go up from here. Maybe that would be better. Maybe I should have just put it through the guillotine. Anyhow, I'm going to pop some glue on this piece of paper. I'm just going to use glue stick and be very gentle and try not to damage it any more than it already is. Now normally with projects like this I would sew round everything, but because this is frazzling my brain already about how I'm going to join these things together, I'm not going to worry about sewing. This is going to be sort of a practice piece, and if I get the hang of this and I think it looks all right, I will probably make another one that's a bit more ambitious, you know, with a bit more flapping action going on and what have you later on. But for this one I'm keeping it simple, so I'm only using these 3 envelopes. I'm not going to try and straighten that up. I'm going to try and get all these edges glued down as best I can, and then, as I say, I'm going to cover the front as well so that this is nice and strengthened where it's all completely ripped. But it's nice to be able, you know, envelopes like this you might think, oh, that's beyond use, you know, it is so torn, but we can always do something. We just have to think outside the box. So I'm going to tear this excess piece off. If I can pick up my ruler. I can hear movement upstairs. I think my daughter's getting up. So that looks quite nice, doesn't it? So we've got our 2 pieces there, and I'm going to stick something on this back part as well to strengthen that, and to make it look nicer. So let's just have a look at where we are now. So that's our cover. These envelopes are going on here somehow. This one needs cutting down to make it smaller. This one's going to be a flip up. So we would open that. There's my other pieces. So that's the wrong way around. This is sort of how it's going to look. We're going to open this here. I've gone off screen, haven't I? Because all my papers are falling down onto my work mat. So that would be our front cover. And then inside, we're either going to have this inside as another flap, one way or the other, and this one as a flap up. And then on this side, this one is going to be on here. So this one will flip this way, and then this will open this way. And then that's our back cover. So I think we know what we're doing. So I'm just trying to think logically. Should I start from the middle and work to the outside, or should I start from the outside and work to the middle? I think I'm going to trim this envelope down next. I think it does need to be the same width as the widest envelope. Otherwise I can see myself getting into a little bit of a pickle. So that's already torn there, so I may as well just tear it there. Something somewhere isn't straight. So tear that piece off. So obviously I still need to make a hinge for that. And does this need to be any shorter, did I say? I think it might just need the tiniest piece off. So will it look better with that flipping up and that flipping out, or would it look better with that underneath that? I feel like that is too similar to that because, you know, the staggered shapes are the same, so I'm going to put that one on top. So this envelope needs to be joined to the back envelope, and this envelope needs to be joined to the back envelope. So I probably need to join them before I do any more of the covering, don't I? I'm just trying to work out in my head how this is all going to work. Now, I may have a problem here because, oh yeah, that's right. If I fix this here and fold it round, it can go inside that pocket and we can still have our pocket there. Oh dear, we're sticking. So that will be okay, that will work. So I think I'm going to get some masking tape and put these where I'm going to have them. I'm just, oh, hang on a minute. I need to straighten that up before I stick anything to it. Don't I? That edge needs to be straightened before I can stick anything to it. Otherwise, whatever I wrap round, I won't be able to trim off, will I? So let's... At least I thought of it before I did it. Let's trim the excess of that off. The trimmer's not making the camera shake. That doesn't look square. Mind you, these envelopes are very rarely square, are they? That's going to have to do, isn't it? So that's my front. This is going to be my pocket. That has to stick on there. And this edge is going to be a pocket. That, and then this one, did I open the bottom of this? I did. So this one is going to flip up there and the pocket's going to be at the bottom. Let's just re-stick that flat so that we don't get confused. Right, just bear with me a moment. Right, sorry about that. I had to go and help my daughter. So what I'm thinking is, I think I'm going to attach these where they need to be. Because then I think it will make more. What I'm worrying about is, right, I'm going to attach that one up there because that's going to be my flip up. If I cover these first, then try and attach them, you're going to see, you know, the hinges, which is okay, I suppose, because I can use, you know, the papers from the kit. But if I hinge them all first, it's going to be tricky to trim papers. You know, I often make the papers too big and then trim them to fit. I'm thinking I won't be able to do that, so I'm not sure which way to go, but I thought if I just pop these together now with some masking tape, which I can hopefully remove without damaging anything, then I'll have a better idea of what I'm doing and how I want to do it. I think that will, you know, work better for me. So this one has got its flap. This one's not really going to be a problem, is it? Because it's already got its flap. And this one, so that one's going to go like that. This one's going to need to be hinged somehow on this side. Like that. So that will be like that. And then these two need joining together in the middle. And now, unfortunately, I have run out of time this morning because I now have to go and babysit because my eldest daughter has a hospital appointment. So I think I'm going to have to leave this there today. I'm sorry I haven't got very far with it. But at least you can, you know, you've got an idea of what I'm trying to achieve. So this is what we've got then. We've got our cover and we've covered the inside. So we've got nice, you know, nice things showing there. And we're going to have a pocket there, something in that pocket. And we're going to open this and we've got a flip up there, and that's going to be a pocket. I know it's off screen, but it's too big to fit everything on. And then that's going to be a pocket there, and this flips out that way. So that's that side. And then on this side, we've got this one that flips with a pocket. And then this one's going to open. Oh, I know, I said that was going to go inside, didn't I? So that we've got a pocket there. So see, if I'd have done that with a hinge, that would be stuck in the wrong place now. I'm not very good at thinking these things through in advance. So that's got to be stuck there. So let's do that again then. So that's going to flip there. I need to stick these down because they get in the way. Right, that's going to flip there like that, and then this one's going to flip there like that. So let's close this up a bit. I hope I've not actually closed the envelope. That bit needs to go around there. That can be stuck there because that paper's stuck to the actual envelope. So this is the bones of it then. This is what we're working with. So I'll come back again next time and we'll start decorating this and hinging it all together, and then we'll go from there. So thanks for joining me today. Again, sorry it was a bit bitty, but I did know it was going to be a faffy one because I need to work out how to do it. But I hope it's making sense and that you can see what I'm trying to do. So I'll be back again in another couple of days. In the meantime, look after yourselves, take care, and enjoy your own crafty time. Bye-bye.